Dallas, Texas, and the home of the Stanley Cup champion Dallas Stars. Reunion Arena is sold out for the 98th consecutive Stars home game. It's Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The Avalanche leading the Stars 1-0. Foote and the Avalanche defense did a real number on the high-profile scoring stars like Mike Modano and Joe Nieuwendyk. Held them off the scoring sheet together for the first time since this playoff opener.
There's no way of getting around that because Adam Foote is going to do what he does out there. I think we've got to be hard on some of their people, Forsberg, Sakic, Hayduk in particular. And then, you know, maybe we'll see what they're all about. And I think this series is really going to pick up now. The street fight has been declared, and we're going to go get it.
Where they continue to set a Dallas sports record for consecutive sellouts, well surpassing even the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Game 2, ESPN's exclusive coverage of the Western Conference Final and the goaltenders.
You betcha. What a great matchup we had, too. Obviously, Patrick Reaugh got the better of Eddie Belfour, winning 2-0 in Game 1, the 14th playoff meeting. And, of course, Reaugh has that slight advantage. Now, don't forget, early on in Game number 1, Patrick Reaugh was rolling a little bit from his net. He misplayed a couple of pucks, got very fortunate in that respect. He did say he's not going to be as overzealous with the puck as he was in Game number 1.
The Dallas Stars in the home whites and the Avalanche in their road maroon and blue. And we're underway. The Stars and Joe Nieuwendyk. And it is knocked down by Martin Skula, the cool customer on the blue line for Colorado. Here's Joe Sakic. Hits the breaks away from Darryl towards the front of it. Stopped by Belfour, and he has to stop the rebound as well. And a minute 9 into the game, and Eddie Belfour is very much into the hockey game.
Yeah, the Avalanche line of Sakic and Andreychuk and Hayduk actually weathered a little bit of a storm and a problem inside their own zone, only to regroup and then getting a good offensive chance right in front of Ed Belfour. Had to be very sharp, very alert with that right pad. Now, the second attempt, Dave Andreychuk, who was so good at not quitting on a puck, was able to get it towards Eddie. Eddie will take that one. It's a little flipper there.
And it's Tanguay picking it up. Loses now to Kirk Muller. Carbonneau. And Keane has it at center as the Stars come away. Long shot is deflected off the glass. Patrick Reaugh, for his first roll of this hockey game, swings it right around. Carbonneau, backhand shot. Stop the run, it's in! Kirk Muller! And Dallas takes a 1-0 lead!
The NHL and Kerry Fraser going to take a wander upstairs, take a look to see if this puck wasn't kicked into the net with a clean sweeping motion. Backhand play by Patrick. Good penetration by the all-former Canadian captain squad on the Dallas Stars. And on that angle there, it looked like Kirk Muller used his stick. On this angle here, we're going to see the right foot there. It actually hit something else, too. It didn't go directly in the net. It didn't look like from there. We know that it's been booted in.
No goal. You can tell by the reaction from this crowd. No goal. And we'll need clarification and get you the official wording from the NHL people that are here in the building at Reunion.
Grant Marshall has been inserted into the lineup. He wears number 29, and he, too, is a physical forward.
Here's Lettinen taking Morrow's spot. The backhand shot and the rebound. Stopped by Patrick Reaugh. And Reaugh is very much into this game early. And we get a whistle. Adam Foote is down on the ice for Colorado.
Brian Trottier on the right, talking right into his microphone, trying to get some help from upstairs. What happened on the play? A Warrior on the blue line. Backhand attempt first. Eludes the stick. But the stick blade on the follow-through comes up from Jere Lettinen.
Given everything you said, I'm still surprised there was no penalty called on that play. I understand being responsible for your stick and Lettinen, etc. Shot! Knocked out midair by Lettinen and stopped by Patrick Reaugh. Shot into the corner. Here's Clam on it. Puck bounces on him just a bit as Nieuwendyk tries to get. We get a whistle and a penalty. Darren Hatcher is still standing, and Adam Deadmarsh only now is getting up off the ice. And it appears Hatcher will be headed for the box. And it's right back out. He gets Deadmarsh with speed. What a poke check by Sidor of Dallas. And he's able to clear. 40 seconds left in the Hatcher penalty. Terrific campaign in the National Hockey League. Hayduke was hit by Matt Machuk. Zubov came roaring over. 2-on-2 in the corner. And it's worked free up the near side. Hatcher's out of the box and ahead of the play. But Carbonneau couldn't get it through to him. And Hatcher just buries Aaron Miller in the corner. Hatcher rolled out of the penalty box and creamed Aaron Miller to the right of Patrick Roaugh. Here's Dave Manson in deep. Puts it off the stick of Patrick Roaugh. Back behind the net. Here's Langenbrunner now. Miller on him. Really putting off Ozeridge into his own net. Thornton, centering feet. It's loose. Shot on the goal line. Still loose. And no whistle. The puck squirts free.
It was right under his pad. Right under Patrick's pad. Patrick Roaugh and the Colorado Avalanche have been weathering the storm coming their way. One with a disallowed goal. This one here just moments ago. Oh boy, watch right, there we go. The pad there is lodged against the goal line. There's no daylight between the goal line and the pad. No goal. Is that close or what? Because the puck jumped on in, which made it even more magnified from being in. Joe Nieuwendyk immediately went to the officials, but nothing.
By the good forechecking of the penalty killers for Colorado. And Skula slaps it out. Here's Sakic. Sakic cuts to the middle now. And we get a whistle.
Offside.
Tough to hear the whistle. Knocked inside the Colorado end. 2-on-2, they battle there. Here's Aaron Miller. Picks up the puck. Puts it off the glass. Strange count. Right to Thornton to Dallas. That shot wide. Langenbrunner trying to put it off Patrick Roaugh. And we get a whistle. As Roaugh fell backward into the net. And because Patrick knocked it off himself, I believe the face-off will still be deep in the Colorado end. Each team is 0 for 1 on the night. We're scoreless, approaching the midway point of period number 1. Here's Forsberg, fresh from the box, trying to sweep it in front with the backhand, and swept it wide as Tanguay went flying through the crease. Swings it around. DeVries will pick up the loose puck. Back to the point. Manson's shot. Reaugh got to it and stopped it. Gavey on it. Messier falls on top of him. Sloan trying to work it free to Marshall now. DeVries taking the man. Now the shot. A kick save. Rebound stopped by Patrick Roaugh.
There's not much room to beat him. Here he's deep in his net, but he gets that right pad down low. He follows it up with another one.
All right, Darryl, thank you. Anytime you hear Iron Fist, you think Brian Berard, after what everybody went through, Berard and his family. Roaugh out behind the net is without a stick, and the penalty coming up in a tripping call.
You know, a third set of D, they have to play the second, and the second have to play the first, and they're already in that predicament anyways. We take a look at the Nieuwendyk situation behind the net. Around the goaltenders as a result, there were 3 interference calls on the goaltenders, and there was 1 slash by Peter Forsberg on Ed Belfour. 4 total.
Here's Sakic now. The shot stepped aside by Belfour. The game only had 10 penalties in game 1, as you point out, 4 of them dealing with action against the goaltenders. Another stop by Belfour. Avs get to it. Centering feed. Andrechuk nearly had the great opportunity. I'm not sure that made it on goal. Go. Back the other way. Miller rips the long shot. Belfour went down to make the save.
And the NHL, to their credit, they did call everything that way. Now, you can argue about every one of those calls, but the fact of the matter is they were consistent.
And that's as a player, all you can ask for is to be consistent. Messier at the point, a shot wide of the net. Andrechuk will jump on it. So now 5 of the 13 penalties in this series committed against the goaltenders. DeVries stick snap. That shot, side of the net. Belfour gave up the post there for a moment, and he was fortunate it went that direction as it's cleared to center.
Very fierce, and he's trying to...
He just got the stick up on Forsberg, and that time he got caught again. Nieuwendyk will go. A delayed penalty coming up against Dallas as the Stars will touch. Sakic made the move upended, but to get it inside the zone, although not deep, and Madonna will push it ahead. Madonna and Lettman, short-handed, trying to make an offensive rush. Here's Madonna. He's chucked up by Sakic. Madonna still got the puck. Reaugh clear to center, and the crowd roars their approval for the penalty killing of Mike Madonna on the Stars.
Is that any good? That's speed for you, too.
And even then, it's only for a second. Sakic lost an edge. Stars jump on it now. Lost loads of time. Turnover. Here's a chance for Colorado. That shot is blocked out the defense. Here's Sakic, back for Ozolish. Gives it back for Sakic, shot through traffic. Puck is loose and final on the whistle. With Deadmarsh all over at Belfour, and Melnichuk goes after Deadmarsh behind the net. As the horn sounds, ending the period, but the action continues.
On game one, it was Colorado that was strong at both ends, in front of both their nets. Their own goaltender, Patrick Roy, and in front of Eddie Belfour. They came away with a win. Darren Hatcher and Richard Matvichuk trying to really say something big here at the end of the first period.
Period number 2 from Reunion Arena in Dallas. The Stars and the Avalanche scoreless of the Western Conference Finals. The Avalanche pitched a shutout here behind Patrick Roy in game number 1 on Saturday night. Back to the point. Ozil fakes the shot. Power play continuing on, carrying over from the first period. Deflected and scored! By Ed Belfour. He never saw it. Whether it was tipped or not in front of the net will be determined. But it's a power play goal, and Colorado takes the 1-0 lead.
Credit Adam Deadmarsh for this one. I don't know if he touched it or not, but whatever happened with this long shot from Sandis Ozolish, who merely got this on net, a quick snapshot along the ice, I would have to say that caught the heel of the stick of Adam Deadmarsh. Yeah, right there. Absolutely. The backside is a right-hand shot. He takes it on the backhand. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's a good look at it there. Regardless, it had eyes.
2-on-2 in the corner. Back to the point. Hatcher, screen shot, saved by Reaugh. Big rebound right to Matvichuk. His shot is blocked, and it's cleared out.
We monitored Ray Bourque, of course, the perennial all-star with Colorado. We watched him skating. Again, it's the left knee. Keep in mind, the left knee injury. He missed the last 2 games against the Detroit Red Wings when Marty Lapointe fell on that knee. He does have a brace under that knee. And just in watching, yeah, he's doing all the little things, and he's stopping and starting, and that is good for Colorado in both situations. I don't know about Raymond Bourque's situation. I really don't.
Forsberg at the blue line. He's checked by Carvino. One-timer from Yell, and the save by Ed Belfour, and he'll hang on. He leads all Colorado players, and he's added another point tonight on an assist. Number 3 in the NHL in scoring. Here's Madonna, backhand shot. Stopped by Reaugh. Madonna showing the good speed there as he roared around the right wing. And Madonna picks it up. One-timer for Hall. And it was deflected. Just took a bit too long to develop as Clem got a piece. How about Madonna beating everyone with a puck behind the net? And Madonna just retaliating with Ozolish. She might have gotten away with one. Off the face-off, good draw by Madonna. Sidor trying to cut out of the opposing player. Centering feed off Reaugh, right to Andrichuk. Hull will slap it in. Here's Madonna, a little touch pass for Zubov. And he lost it. He was trying to drag it. Sidor is crunched along the wall there. Good work by Hull behind the net as they try to work it free. Here's Sidor in deep. Finds Hull back behind the net. Centering feed off a puck. And Madonna trying to tuck it into the side of the net. Back door. Shot Madonna. He's checked the last second by School of Colorado. Great Dallas pressure here. Shot. Saved by Reaugh. And Madonna on the rebound.
Is it in?
No signal. The red line is on. No indication from the referee yet. Well, wait and see. The crowd is reacting as if it's a goal. There was never the goal indication. The red light did go on.
The important thing to keep in mind as Wayne Bonney, the veteran linesman, is talking to Patrick Roy and trying to keep him emotionally in control here. But for Bob Hartley, too, I think for Colorado, they're thinking, was there a whistle? Now this puck is loose. It's still loose. Sakic's trying to fight off Mike Madonna. Oh, that puck goes in the net. It's a legitimate play. It's a goal. It's a legitimate goal by Mike Madonna, and Brett Hull and Lettinen had a heck of a shift. From our angle, and this was the angle we saw, I wondered if it was covered. This becomes fair game right here. It's a loose puck in the crease, and unfortunately for Patrick Roy, he doesn't have Velcro on the side of his body that could have stuck him in front of the post. The momentum pushes everything back, and the puck there goes underneath his pad, and clearly in the goal before Haydu can swipe it out.
And the crowd roars. Now they're back at ties level. It's the Stars' first goal of this series in the Western Conference Finals. Mike Modano, what a shift for Modano. And making it even more amazing, Panger, he had to be at the very end of that shift. And Matvichuk, look how he got a stick up high from Forsberg, and there's no call. Little helmet lifter there. And here's Forsberg on the backhand to the forehand, hits the brakes. Matvichuk, the check on him. That shot from traffic. I think Belfort saw that one either.
Hatcher doesn't have a stick. He two-handed Peter Forsberg, and he snapped it. You can see it on the ice.
Yeah, he put Andrechuk down there without the use of a stick. Now the Stars come away. Here's Muller. Drop for Keane. Up high on Reaugh. The center puck is loose. Belfort scramble. And it's Colorado who comes away. And a penalty coming up behind the play. And look out, Andrechuk just had a chop on Sador.
And you notice what happening here? What's happening is Dallas is taking the initiative as Samuel Roseland just takes down Guy Carbonneau at center ice. But they're taking the initiative, and you're seeing that every time there's a hit or something, Dallas is skating away, and Colorado's kind of chasing them, trying to get the last word in. Yeah, Oselings is trying to counter with that. In front of the net, John Clem, I think, was the first guy that was going to take that penalty on Kirk Muller. Muller went down hard. The referee was right there. Andrechuk there through the neutral zone takes a whack from Darryl Sador. The whistle had already gone, and that's why Andrechuk went back at Darryl Sador. And you see that Kerry Fraser was making a motion, but the body left, the stick of Oselins upends the veteran Guy Carbonneau.
Here's Modano. For Sergei Zubov, Modano gets it back. Yell and Podine, the two forwards out to attack. Here's Hall, got a lane, rips it, the save by Reaugh. Rebound of Zubov, that shot through heavy traffic and knocked away. Here's Modano now. Has Hall to his left, elects to go to his right. Sets up Hall, the one-timer, stopped by Reaugh. It's loose, puck is loose, scramble. And finally we get the whistle as it's squirted free.
Oh, Joe Nieuwendyk can't believe it. Big setup.
25 Dallas, 2 minutes cross check.
Here's the battle. Oh, boy. Oh, there's been a lot worse in the league than that. There's been a lot worse than that. The referee from behind called it. As we watch Nieuwendyk, he's jockeying for position. The puck is loose here, and he pushes the backside. And I think that Aaron Miller actually tripped on the blade too.
The cross check on Nieuwendyk at 9:53. So it's a 5-on-4 power play, and rather 4-on-3, I beg your pardon. Power play advantage for Dallas. Zubov gets it. Shot is stopped by Reaugh. And the rebound to Yell. Can't clear though. Hull will jump on the loose puck. Miller comes over to grade him. Here's Zubov now. Zubov to Modano. Hull in a high slide. Zubov gives it back. They play catch. Zubov shot right into the midsection of Patrick Reaugh, and there is no rebound. Kept in momentarily. Carbonneau. Schooler picks it up for Colorado. His pass is blocked out by Hatcher. And the captain leads the Stars to center. Hatcher charges hard for the net. The one-time shot. Saved by Patrick Reaugh as Hatcher provided the screen and the stick work in front of Reaugh. Well, Brendan Morrow scored his first NHL goal against Colorado. He'd love to be out there against the Avs again, but his second choice is to join our Darryl ring. Razor?
Thanks a lot, Steve. Well, Brendan, the play itself late in Game 1 was innocent looking. Do you remember what happened on the play with Andrechuk?
I think we both just stopped and cut back to the middle and just lost balance, I guess. And he was a pretty big man, and my leg couldn't hold his weight, and something had to give, and it was my ankle.
Is surgery in the future, or I know you had a CAT scan today?
Yeah, that's the only good news I've had so far. Today I got back from the doctor that I don't need surgery, so hopefully it won't take so long to recover.
Can you express the disappointment right now? You're having such a fabulous rookie season, and now you're going to miss the rest of it, it looks like.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, and everyone plays for the playoffs, and then they come, and I don't get to finish with the team, but Lettinen's back, and it's only fitting that it was his ankle that was hurt, and he's back and taking my spot, so hopefully the team will do well.
All right, well, thanks for this. Hang in and get well.
Thank you.
Working the far side. Messier, the long shot. Glove by Bell. for. Yeah, look at the shot differential here in the second. 13-4 in favor of Dallas. The Stars really had a very strong first period, but had nothing to show for it.
Yeah, but you remember a lot of those shots in that second, they had a 5-on-3. Before Newell nullified that with a cross-checking penalty. And it's going to be an icing call here. And the battle ensues, Steve. Every time there's a scrum in the corner, emotions are really high. And if there's one advice you can say from as high up as we are, is to not take penalties in this situation. Game number 1, Dallas actually had 4 power plays in the first, didn't score, but the only power play goal, really the difference in a game like that, scored by Colorado.
Dropped down by Darren Hatcher. Carbonneau is checked out as he made the nice feed. Again for Hatcher. Darren Hatcher starting to join the play a little bit more here in this hockey game. Centering feed as Muller is dumped down on the ice by Avalanche. Crowd wanting a call, won't get one. Here's Deadmarsh. Oh, nifty one-on-one move by Deadmarsh there, and he still got the puck. Wild scramble in front, and the net was knocked off, and I don't know how. The face-off numbers, more of what you would expect. That was not the case in game number 1. And Darren Hatcher looked like he was slashed. He dropped his glove immediately as he skates away. That was right off the face-off. And we'll have to take another look, but a penalty is coming up. Reaugh nearly had it stolen. And Sador able to keep in. Here's Hull now at the circle. They've got traffic in front in the former Yuri Lettinen. Back for Sador. He's got a lane. Lets it go. Saved by Reaugh. Rebound of the Stars. That shot catches the glass. Here's Madonna in the corner. Gets a return feed now. He goes back for Matvichuk. Down low. Hull. The shot through traffic. Thornton was in front of the net. 45 left on the power play. And the penalty to Dave Andrechuk. Hull will jump on it behind the net. Comes back slowly to the point for Matvichuk. Down low for Hull. Cross ice for Zubov, the quarterback of the power play. Matvichuk wants it, gets it, the pass. Shot score! It's Mike Madonna out of the power play, and the Stars lead 2-1.
What a game for Mike Madonna. What a game on home ice. He was battered around in game number 1, and I'm sure his pride and the fact that he disappointed his teammates hurt him. But here he's come back with a vengeance. This shot here, a wrister, short side over Patrick Reaugh. And I don't know if it went off the stick. No, it clearly did not go off the stick of Aaron Miller. That was up so quickly. Madonna getting himself in position off the half wall, getting ready, stick on the ice, one quick motion, and he gets this up in a hurry. With the motion of that, I was shocked that he got it up as quick as he did. He does not have a big curve on his stick, and that is a perfect shot from Madonna with his second goal. The first one was an ugly, gritty goal going into the ugly areas of the ice, as Ken Hitchcock wanted them to do. The second one, though, that's all world class. No grittiness about that. That's a finisher's touch that you can't teach.
As it's rolled back into the Colorado end. Skula on it. The crowd really into it. Skula just coughed it up to Murray. But he makes the body check and gets it back. Now another giveaway by Skula. Centering feed in front. Wild's got it. They bat away and it's still loose. And the puck is shot wide. And the horn sounds, ending period number 2. Well, everything's big in Texas, and here in Dallas, nothing bigger than this third period upcoming for the Stars. They lead the Avs as they try to even up this best-of-7 Western Conference Final Series. Shot into the Dallas end now. Deadmarsh for Ozolins. Here's Drury, couldn't tee it up, had Belfort down and out. That shot is stopped by Belfort. Right on, and Belfort another save. And the first 46 seconds of this third period owned by Colorado.
Forsberg and Deadmarsh on that line as well. And Drury had a chance to shoot on the short side. He chose to hang on to it. It was a smart move. Forsberg got a real good shot. Then the rebound snuck right back to Drury.
Sakic bumped by Sador. How about the work by Mike Madonna deep in his own end? That leads to this. Madonna on hold, play catch. Trying to give it back, and Madonna couldn't get his stick on it as Aaron Miller was covering it. Madonna was rubbed out pretty hard by Andrechuk. Here's Lettinen from the angle. Partially fanned on the shot, and I think Andrewchuk got his big stick on it as well.
Greatest trophy in sports. We're going to focus here on the Dallas Stars and the wonderful move by Jere Lehtinen, buying some time. I thought he was going to go to the net. This is what Jere Lehtinen brings to the table here. This is a guy that knows the defensive side, but offensively, he is very, very underrated. Oh, Brett Hull wants that one back, too. He tried to fire it in one sweeping wrist shot motion. It looked like it went right off the heel of his stick and then off the heel of Andrewchuk's stick. And Andrewchuk may very well be the best in the business. But when he does shoot it, it has way more zip. It's got a way bigger curve, and therefore that puck just jumps off the blade of the stick.
Having a pretty good postseason. There was a spillage in front of the net. Shot score! Brett Hull off the one-timer, and it's 3-1 Stars!
The big boys that come to play a little game of playoff hockey, and if they've been good, and getting Lehtinen back on that main line, oh, has it been good. Skula just kind of blew an edge right there. Yeah, this can happen to anybody, and because of that, the turnover and the one-timer, and no one's going to feel worse than Marty Skula here, trying to make a quick pull-up move and then go to the other side, but that's the difference between world-class players, too. I mean, if you give that up to a third or a fourth-line guy, the odds are good it doesn't go top shelf over the bar and over the stick side. But Brett Hull, he just makes mistakes magnified, and he just did it right there.
Now down 3-1 here. 6.5 into period number 3. Rolls down deep is the chance, the derisive chance of Patrick. Ring out from this crowd at Reunion Arena. This has turned into a Texas-style party. Heavy-duty hit. And a penalty is coming up. And across the line. Here's Forsberg now. Hits the brakes away from Lehtinen, trying to force the issue. Serge Aubin on this first power play unit for Colorado. Here's Sakic. Nifty little pass for Ozolinsh. Lets it go. Tipped by Matvichuk to the corner. Check thrown in the corner there. Aubin trying to get it out. Modano makes the move. Here's Modano trying to pull away shorthanded. He's hacked at and whacked at. Good play by Sakic to get back.
And good for Modano for staying up on his feet, too.
And the crowd roars. Manson's out of the box. A huge kill with Dallas up 3-1. Less than 11 and a half to play. How about that hit from Darren Hatcher there? Here's Eric Messier off 4 degrees. In across the line now. Went wide up and out the outside. That second shot from Forsberg. I think Belfort stopped that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sador roughed up by Deadmarsh now. Sador, how about Sador's play to pick up his own stick and make the play to clear?
If he is left exposed, he gets terrific wood on this shot. It just sprung off his blade like a trampoline effect that you see on some of the big drivers nowadays. The second attempt, though, Forsberg, what a save by Eddie Belfour. Huge save by Belfour, getting his pad on this side, right side. Oh, yeah, and then he gets his body as well on a sharp angle shot.
And that gave Dallas the tie hockey game at that point. That shot stopped by Belfour as John Clem got it, and Belfour looked crossed up there for a moment.
Yeah.
And it's just chipped wide of the net by Sean Podine. And it's cleared out. Heavy duty hit there.
Man, the puck was nowhere near him.
Podine just flattened one of the Stars players. It was Nieuwendyk, and now a fight breaks out in front of that Dallas bench. Thornton is involved for Dallas, and tough to see the Colorado player. Everyone comes together.
It's Podine. I mean, Podine was the guy that hit him on the far side, and the reason is got something to do with something that happened behind the plate, because the puck was nowhere near the Dallas Star player. I thought it was Darryl Sador, the defenseman for Dallas, that was on the near side going for a line change. Sean Podine came by. The puck was on the opposite end of the ice, and he just put a shoulder into him, catching him by surprise going towards the boards. Or if it was a little bit later on, Nieuwendyk clears the zone. It was no Nieuwendyk that got hammered. And my mistake. Joe Nieuwendyk had the puck, and Joe Nieuwendyk fired the puck, and as he was looking down the ice, he just flat out got hammered.
And he'll look to set it up. Drury on it there. Carbonneau and Hatcher checking him. Forsberg able to pull it away. Here's Forsberg now trying to work some of that world-class magic. Forsberg making the move, skating circles around everyone, but they keep him into the perimeter and on his backhand. Cross ice, Miller's shot, gloved by Belfour, and he wants to keep that clock moving.
That's a good play by Belfour. That's just reading the situation.
Here's Darren Hatcher, fake the pass and rip the wrister, and Reaugh had to be ready. And here's Sakic. Madonna got a stick on him. Shot from Clem, really trickled by Belfour, and we get a whistle.
Looked like Hatcher was going to maybe move that puck over to the one side. He's looking there then. And then he comes back against the grain, trying to go between the legs, as most shooters do on Patrick Roy. Quickly he snuffs that out. Clem's shot here goes off the stick, bounces, whoa, bounces once and hit the top part of the left pad of the perfectly executed butterfly stance of Eddie Belfour on that play.
When Colorado dominated, here's Madonna, rips one! And a tricky shot, the better save by Reaugh. And then Thornton, the shot. Matvichuk, he'll dump it in deeper. Here's Thornton, squeezes free to Madonna. The pass for Matvichuk, he goes across, big shot is blocked. And the second shot to Thornton behind the net. Good play to reverse on Clem. Back to the point, Matvichuk calls for it, gets it, finds Cote, now has to recover. There's Madonna, centering feed, Cote off the give and go, and Cote was flattened by Detmarsh in front of the net. Back at Reunion Arena in Dallas, the Stars 5:43 away from evening this best-of-7 series at a game apiece. Shot! Peter Forsberg off the deflection and don't go anywhere. It's a one-goal hockey game.
The last shift that Forsberg had, you saw that he was trying to take control and get some momentum himself when he corralled the puck all the way around Belfour, created a scoring chance. This, in fact, was a face-up win by the Dallas Stars, only to have a bounce go off the defenseman right to Detmarsh, and then right on the tape here to Peter Forsberg, who swiftly redirects it underneath the pad of Eddie Belfour, who barely has a chance. To the right pad of Belfour, underneath, and a perfect tip-in.
Turnover, and Brett Hull will shoot it in. This is Game 2, ESPN's exclusive coverage of the Western Conference Final. Centering feed, that was shot to save. Patrick Roy stops Brett Hull first and Mike Madonna second. Here's Sakic now.
And this one here was a funky play that ends up on the tape of Jere Lehtinen behind. He quickly grabbed it, put it down on the ice right here, passes it perfectly to Brett Hull, who lets her rip, trying to go to the same side in which he scored that goal, his only goal of the game, high over the blocker of goaltender Patrick Roy. And it's the great shooters like Madonna that's gone over his shoulder, like Brett Hull that's gone over his shoulder. That's why when we say it's easier said than done, it's not an easy play to make at this time of the year, to go over the shoulder of a guy that's going to go to the Hall of Fame. And Patrick plays big. He goes down, he still plays big.
He did it one of the previous time. Centering feed, knocked aside. Good setup there. Serge Aubin trying to pull the trigger. And it's cleared to center. How about this crowd? They realize they're applauding every time they clear the puck. Here's Aubin again. Belfour in a clutch spot. And Sakic circles back to keep it inside the zone. One of 4 Colorado rookies playing in this postseason. And an excellent shift. He's a rookie, but he is 25 years old. 2-on-1 the other way. Shot stopped by Patrick Roy. 60 seconds to play in regulation. The Stars at 3-2 lead. Roy can't get out as he's got to play it. Tries the headman pass and it won't work. Matvichuk softly the other way. Here's Drury in front of his own bench. And again, Roy cannot get off. Here's Madonna. He'll flip it in deep. 40 seconds left. Forsberg now trying to make the move. And they move it ahead. And there goes Patrick Roy. Extra attack around the ice. Matvichuk blocked that shot from Sakic. They battle for it in the corner. Matvichuk just buried Detmarsh. Rolls around the boards. Forsberg, the play to keep it in. Tries to make the nifty move. What a play by Forsberg. But he loses to Carbonneau, who flips it all the way down. Race for the puck. Madonna gets there first. So there is no icing with 9 seconds left. Carbonneau keeping it deeper. Net is empty. Final seconds in Dallas. this best-of-7 Western Conference Series final at 1 game apiece.
Oh, the story, definitely the injury to Adam Foote. It put a lot of pressure on youngsters like Marty Skula, and the Dallas Stars took advantage. They sniffed a little blood, they went after it, and the big boys, Mike Modano, Brett Hull, Lettinen, Hatcher, led by example in tying up this series.
The game in the East. Can the Flyers do to the Devils what the Stars did to the Avalanche here tonight? Remember, over on ESPN2 at 11:30 Eastern, it's the NHL Tonight. John Butchergross, Barry Melrose, and Ray Ferraro. Bobby Knight at the Crossroads. That is coming up next. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. For Darren Pang, Darryl Ray, and our entire crew, this is Steve Levy saying good night from Dallas. The Stars win. The series is even.